YouTube, what's good with my people? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Marlon the Messenger, 777-888. All right, you guys, so top of the AM. We are up early and we are enjoying this beautiful, blessed day, you guys. This beautiful, blessed day that the good Lord Jesus has blessed us with, you guys. Now, I know everybody has their own beliefs. I'm not knocking nobody's belief. I will say this. For me, I believe in my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. All glory to him because he has transformed me into a better person. So I want to say this. Shout out to everybody retaining their seed and holding on to their life force, because it is so important, gentlemen. It really is. Today is day 80. I am definitely grateful that I have been, man, just so open to this journey, you guys. You know, like when I look back at my life, you know, when I first began this journey, you know, I thought it was all about me. I'm not going to lie, you guys. We live in a very narcissistic society where a lot of times we think it's all about us, you guys. But at the end of the day, it's not about what you can get. It's about what you can give. You know, we feel so much better when we give, you guys. I just want to let you guys know that. And that's why I feel so fulfilled. You know, it's deeper than just looks, money, and status. You know, a lot of us men are taught and raised and conditioned to believe that these things are the only true things that will make us happy in life. Now, don't get me wrong, they do play a key factor, but when everything boils down to it, it's really going to boil down to what can you give for what you receive. So like I said, you guys, hopefully you guys are feeling blessed and not worried about the stress. Today's video, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to one of my broskies in the comments who basically asked me if I could make a video about the empty man versus the full man. Now, I will say this, you guys. I'm not making these videos to persuade anybody to follow this journey. This specific channel is just for us to drop gems and drop knowledge and drop wisdom by sharing my experience. Now, what you get from it is completely up to you. Completely up to you, you guys. Everything is a choice and decision that comes down to you. So let's go ahead and start with the empty man. Now, when I was the empty man, you guys, I realized that I was busting a peanutty buddy every single day. Now, why was I doing that? I believe I was doing that because, one, I didn't know the power of the seed. I didn't know the power of all the nutrients, minerals, vitamins that are in our seed, the fluids that play a huge vital role in the performance and the operation of not only our body, our spirit, excuse me, but also our brain as well. You see, there are a lot of vital minerals and nutrients and vitamins and all these different elements that are in our semen, you guys, that when we retain our seed, it actually feeds our brain. It actually feeds our body. It actually feeds our spirit. So you actually have a more functioning, optimal brain where you can think effectively. This is where good habits come into play. You know, a positive routine, implementing positive habits, replacing bad habits with good habits, and also being spiritually connected to God. You know, you have more spiritual discernment. So when I was the empty man, you guys, busting a peanutty buddy means this. I didn't have much self-control. Now, when I was doing this, I also didn't have much self-esteem either, because when you're busting a peanutty buddy, it's obviously like a drug. And we have to ask ourselves, what is triggering me to partake in this particular habit that obviously isn't serving me any real purpose? You see, when you're an empty man, when I was an empty man, I didn't have any real sense of direction. I didn't have any purpose, which meant that my habits were a reflection of my thoughts. Now, as I'm busting up peanutty buddy, right, I'm releasing all those vital fluids that play a huge role in feeding my body, my spirit, my brain, my mind the right fluids that I need in order to activate certain parts of me where I can make better decisions and choices. I can have better thoughts. I can have better habits. I can have a better perception on life, and I can also be focused. So when I was empty, man, I had no purpose. I wasn't focused. I was very easily persuaded to go in certain directions that really didn't serve me as a human being. You know, as a man, I realized that it's more than just working out. It's more than just reading books. It's more than just meditation and, you know, going out and doing things just to do it. You see, an empty man is just doing things just to do it. I would just do it just to do it. Oh, well, my friends told me to do this. My friends told me to do that. And when I was empty, you guys, that's exactly what I was. I had no soul, no spirit. I had no life in me. I would just be drifting through life thinking that these things that I'm partaking in are having an impact on myself and those around me in a good way, when really they aren't, you guys. I noticed that I had no self-control. I barely had any discipline. I barely had any connection to God. I was empty of love. I was empty of ambition. I was empty of discipline. Especially, I was very empty on myself, you guys. I really didn't believe in myself. I mean, I would say that I do believe in myself, but I didn't, you guys. And it showed in my daily habits. It showed in my relationships. It showed in the things that I would partake in. And one of the huge things that I noticed when I was empty, you guys, I would be huge on self-sabotage. I would abandon the things that matter most to me and substitute it for a simple, easy, instant gratification pleasure. And that's one of the main things, you guys. When I was empty, I was just chasing pleasure all the time. And it left me empty, you guys. I really, really felt down and out, depressed. I always had anxiety. I was always angry too. You know, I noticed that I didn't really have a sense of self. You know, I really love the Bible because it says, know thyself. I didn't know myself, you guys. And everything just felt like the same old sad story every day, just the same broken record playing. I didn't have no sense of belief in myself or in society. I felt like the world was always ending. I was always searching for the negative instead of the positive. Now, I can go on and on and on, you guys, but I want to go ahead and keep this video at a certain length. So we're going to dive on into the other side. Now, the full man. Me as a full man, I have a lot more direction in life. I have a lot more discipline. I have a lot more self-control. I have a lot more passion, ambition. I'm grounded. I have a strong foundation. You know, I love how Jesus says in the Bible, build your house on a rock and not on the sand. You know, when we build our house on a rock, that foundation is strong, it's sturdy. I know myself now. I know what I stand for. I know what I want. I know why I am doing what I'm doing, you guys. You know, and a full man makes no excuses. Now I make no excuses. I go out and I figure out what is the plan and how do I execute that plan every single day to get to that destination. Now, of course, to me, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey, the people you meet, the experiences you learn from, and the lives that you touch. To me, that's what it's all about. That's what life is all about for me. You know, being a great leader by leading by example, not telling people they need to change, but showing them that change is possible, you know, because to each his own, you guys. This game is not meant for everybody. You know, we live in a matrix, meaning everything boils down to what that person wants as a man. You know, you got to want it as bad as you want to breathe. You got to want it more than you want to sleep. You got to want it more than you want to hang out and party and make excuses, you know. So me as a full man, I know who I am. I know thyself. I take time to evaluate myself. I take time to look at my mistakes and how can I better myself in order to make better decisions so I don't make the same mistakes, you know. That's what insanity is, you guys. It's doing the same thing over and over and over again, but expecting a different result. And being a full man feels so good, you guys. You know, I feel filled with love, you know, compassion, empathy. I have a sense of meaning, and I know that these videos are impacting men and young men all across the world in a positive way, and it makes all the bit of a difference for me. Like, I was always looking just at myself along this journey when I was an empty man. But now that I'm a full man, I realize that these videos are bigger than me. These are actually videos that will help change and transform people's lives, because that's what it did for me. And I understand that when God blessed me with it, it wasn't for me to keep it. It was for me to give it away. It was for me to pass it on, to pay it forward, to help those out that come from where I come from, you guys. So being a full man, it feels amazing. It's not an act. I'm not acting anymore. I'm not out here trying to prove to anybody, the next man or this person. It's just all about self, knowing thyself, being appreciative for the little things. And I'm grateful. And I know it's all because of God, but it's also because I have a willingness to change for the better. Because, see, things won't change until I change, and like Mahatma Gandhi said, I have to be the change that I wish to see in the world. And I always have this saying, all it takes is one match to start a forest fire. And that one match is that idea, that thought, that belief that somebody might hear a story or a testimony that will help impact their life for the better and change them and give them a new direction in order to go in, that will definitely benefit them in so many different ways, you guys. Now, lastly, I want to say this. Being a full man, it gives me a new playbook. It gives me a new sense of direction. I now have a list of things that can help me elevate my mind, body, my spirit, and also cultivate a stronger sense of being. I'm not just this little victim that's just, being pushed around in life. No, I am steadfast in holding on to my beliefs, but also putting into action, leading by example, and knowing what I stand for so I don't fall for anything. So I love you guys. I really hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. I wanted to go ahead and turn on this camera on this beautiful, blessed morning, you guys, because so many people are out here doing bad, going through the motions, feeling stuck, stagnant, and just stuck on stupid. But I've always learned that where there is a will, there is a way. And there is always going to be a point in time in life where when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Y'all don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to drop a comment below. Ring that bell notification so we always stay connected. Share this video with your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, your brother, your sister. Y'all know my motto. I'm sending y'all peace, love, and blessings. And until next time, peace.